Dustin Poirier versus Michael Chandler takes place this weekend on the main card or the feature fight position of UFC 281. Adesanya versus Pereira. This is arguably better than the co-main event. Let's be real. This is a big one here. Arguably, this is a big one. Dustin Poirier, Michael Chandler. Every time you see a Michael Chandler fight, at this point, you will tune in. Every time, whatever it is. If it's against Tony Ferguson, you will tune in. If it's against Justin Gaethje, you will also tune in there. If it's against Charles Oliveira for the title, of course you'll tune in. That's the main event. But if he in his debut against Dan Hooker, of course you'll tune in there. But this is a big one. Dustin Poirier, Michael Chandler. I think this is a great fight. I really do. I think this is a great one. Both guys aren't looking great. I mean, Chandler, of course, got that front kick KO over Tony Ferguson. But before that, not really a great performance there, if I'm honest with you guys. Had a war against Gaethje where he didn't look great skill-wise, but had a good showing against Gaethje. Could have won against Gaethje, but he kind of threw the fight at the end and lost to Oliveira in a war. Beat Dan Hooker more in a one-sided fight. In a more patient fight, but that was his debut. And you don't have to be entertained every time. But Chandler had three great fights in that last one. For Poirier's case, lost to Oliveira. Had a weird one against McGregor in the trilogy there. Beat McGregor in the rematch, though. Beat Dan Hooker in a war. Lost to Khabib. This is a good one, in my opinion. Poirier is a -2. He's a 2-1 favorite. Reasonable. I'm in terms of a prediction here, and I say that a lot. I think I'm gonna have to go with Michael Chandler. If I'm honest with you guys, a lot of people are picking Dustin Poirier, and Poirier is good. I like Dustin Poirier. I think he's a great, phenomenal fighter. I like Dustin Poirier. I'll tune in when he fights. But I just see a hole in Poirier's game where I think Michael Chandler can really expose again in Poirier's game, and I think that's the ground game of Dustin Poirier. He lost to Oliveira in the third round by rear naked choke. It's Oliveira, though. Poirier looked very good against Oliveira in that fight. Same with Chandler. Poirier, I'll give it to him. He looked good in the first round against Oliveira. Everyone does, let's be real, at this point. But everyone looks good in the first round against what's his name? Against Charles Oliveira. I just think, in that fight against Oliveira, he did cheat a little bit in that fight. Oliveira, I'll give it to him. He did. I'm not going to give it to him, but he did cheat in that fight against Dustin Poirier. He grabbed the glove in that fight and got on top in the second round, landed big elbows. I just feel as though Michael Chandler has more options here. And I've been saying this throughout the week. I think he has more options than Dustin Poirier. Way more options. It's a 3-rounder. This benefits him. And yeah, he didn't look great against Tony Ferguson and got dropped against Ferguson. I think Ferguson has that round 1 power, if I'm honest with you. And Poirier has, he has power in his hands, but not Gaethje power, where Chandler just eats it, Chandler ate all of Gaethje's shots, and got wobbled here and there, but Gaethje always got wobbled. Gaethje, who gave Poirier problems, And I know Chandler, we'll get back to it here, Chandler did get dropped by Tony Ferguson, and Ferguson just looked pathetic against Nate Diaz, let's be real there. But then again, you think Chandler really expected Ferguson to come out there and drop him early on and look good? I think he expected Ferguson to be hesitant, be worried here and there, be hesitant, barely throw anything. But then again, Ferguson went out there and had the game plan of, let's get this guy out of here. And Chandler, I don't think, expected that. And what happened after the knockdown? They traded here and there. They were both landing shots. Takedown from Michael Chandler. he takes down not Dustin, I think he will, but he takes down Tony Ferguson and just ragdolls him to the ground. And I know it's Ferguson, but Poirier also has the same thing. Ferguson could have it was a shock takedown out of nowhere, heavy takedown, so it's not like you can get like an armbar. You could get an armbar, but it's not like you can go for like a guillotine. He has power shock takedowns, Michael Chandler. And what do you think? What is Poirier gonna have for him when he gets taken down? Poirier can stuff the takedown all he wants, but Chandler, I think, can work hard for it, and maybe he can gas it out. But again, it's 3 rounds. 3 rounds. If this was 5 rounds, I'd probably pick Poirier. Let's be real. I would pick Poirier in a 5-rounder here, but it's 3 rounds on a pay-per-view. I just feel as though Chandler, if it gets to the ground in this fight, which I think Chandler's going to give him so many problems, because Poirier, we'll go through Poirier's career, okay? He lost to Oliveira. Oh, well. Oliveira snatched on his back, got a rear naked choke. Oh, well. He beat Conor McGregor. He got his legs chewed up badly in that fight. Badly. Didn't check one leg kick. We'll argue on that if anyone tries to come at me for that. He didn't check one leg kick against Conor McGregor. McGregor just snapped his leg out of nowhere, or just had an injury before the fight. Poirier did not cause the injury whatsoever. So it's either McGregor had an injury before the fight, a shin leg injury, or he just broke it out of nowhere. I'll say he had an injury coming into it. But he beats McGregor in the rematch. Good stuff there. But then again, McGregor early on, catching Poirier here and there. Catching Poirier. Landing some shots on Dustin Poirier. And if McGregor's landing these shots, like an old McGregor landing these shots. And Poirier, to be fair, has a good chin. Granite chin Poirier. But then again, Chandler. If Chandler lands those, and I know McGregor has a longer reach than Chandler, and I understand that. Honestly, what's McGregor's reach? 74-inch reach to the 71.5-inch reach for Chandler. So Chandler basically has a 2.5 reach disadvantage to McGregor, which isn't a lot. Let's be real. Poirier got hit lots. Each fight, like against McGregor, like the McGregor second fight, oh well, he won, got a takedown early on. I don't see Poirier getting the takedowns on Chandler. I just think Chandler has more options. He can, if this is what Chandler has. Chandler has get the KO early on and get it done and get Poirier out of there, which is going to be difficult. Get the grappling going and grapple with Poirier and just grapple with him all 3 rounds. Or leg kick him and just tag him with leg kicks, which I think he'll do early on Dustin Poirier. If I'm honest with you, and I think he'll do it much better than McGregor. Much better than McGregor. I think he'll do it much better than Conor McGregor, because Chandler's more conditioned than McGregor. He just is more conditioned than Conor McGregor. Let's be real. He's more conditioned. Yeah. I think Chandler's got this one. I really do, man. Really do. And I think he'll use lots of wrestling in this fight. Poirier is good. I understand. And if it gets in the later rounds, live bet Dustin Poirier. But I just think there's going to be a moment where Chandler gets the ground game going. I'm going to go decision for Chandler here, by the way. I don't think him getting a finish. Like, I could see a rear naked choke, but I think Chandler will more so hold on to position and land some shots. Like, I think it'll be an entertaining grappling fight from Chandler. Just ragdolling Poirier. I just think Chandler's going to be too much. Like, I think early on, Chandler lands big shots. He gets cracked by Poirier. He respects Poirier's power. Goes to the ground. Takes down Poirier. Lands some shots. I think Chandler will win round 1. Round 2, I think Chandler is probably going to get struck again by Poirier, but shoot for the takedown. Poirier tries going for a guillotine. Chandler escapes. Big shots from Chandler. He gets back up. Poirier tries up kicking him. And Chandler sweeps the legs to the side. goes on top of Poirier in side control, lands good elbows, and wins round 2. In round 3, I can see Poirier like dropping Chandler, doing well, landing some shots. Chandler trading back though. Chandler shoots again at the end of the round, gets the takedown. And I can see this being like a wrestling heavy game plan from Chandler. I think he can do it. I really do. In round 3 we'll go Poirier, but 29-28. First 2 rounds, Michael Chandler. I think Chandler's got this one. I really do. Poirier is good though, and yeah, he lost to Khabib, and he gave these guys problems. I just don't see him winning this though, man. I think Chandler's too much. And Poirier hasn't been there in almost a year. Chandler's been active. Beat Ferguson in May, you know. He's been active. And I think Poirier's sitting around so he can get the... So I think he's sitting around because he got the McGregor payday twice. I think he's going to lose to Chandler, and he has more to worrying about getting KO'd, worrying about being grappled. And, and leg kicks as well from Chandler. Poirier hasn't been there in over a year. I'm going Chandler. Chandler will win. 29-28 decision. Heavy wrestling game plan, I think. Yeah, I think it will happen. Poirier could go for that guillotine, but then again, Chandler has the guillotine. Chandler, what does Poirier have? How does Poirier win this fight? Take it to the later rounds as an option, or take up Chandler in the pocket and maybe catch him. But you can't take down Chandler. That ain't happening. That ain't happening at all. Poirier ain't gonna out grapple Chandler. Chandler has that option. I think he'll capitalize as well. And plus, Poirier's he's fought in the championships 3 times. Against Holloway, against Khabib, against Oliveira, you know, and the big moments against McGregor twice, you know. I really feel as though that this fight can go to Chandler. Chandler doesn't have that moment. He fought Oliveira, but that was his second fight. This is like the real moment against Makhachev now as well. New guy. Yeah, I think Chandler's got this one. Winner of this one though can fight. This is the problem. Because UFC, I think, came out and said Makhachev-Volkanovski isn't happening, which is kind of annoying. So I guess, realistically, we want Makhachev-Volkanovski. Chandler's number 5. But he did lose to Gaethje, so I think Gaethje will be above him. And Gaethje lost to Khabib, who's gone, and Oliveira, who's number 1. So I think Poirier will move down. But Poirier beat Gaethje. This is where it's annoying. But Chandler's been looking good, but Chandler should move up. Chandler at number 2. I think everyone should go down 1. Chandler can go at number 2 if he wins. Like Poirier at 3, Gaethje at 4, Dariush at 5. Yeah, Fiziev's number 6. Good for him. But yeah. Winner of this doesn't get a title shot. Winner can fight Fiziev. Yeah, Fiziev. Especially if it's Chandler. Be easy if Chandler wins. It'd be more highly anticipated if he wins. Yeah, because Poirier's probably not gonna accept Fiziev. Chandler probably will. Yeah, I'm gonna go Chandler, man. I'm going Chandler. Yeah, this is a good one though. This is a big one. Yeah, I just think Chandler, man. He's an underdog as well. 36 years old. I understand, but he trained at Kill Cliff FC, aka Stanford MMA. You know, trains with killers there. Like, I'll go through them. Like, he trains with, like, I don't know, Poirier trains at ATT, but he trains with Robbie Lawler, Anthony Johnson, Derek Brunson, Rory McDonald, Vicente Luque, Gilbert Burns, Michael Johnson, Jared Gordon. Like, you could name them. Andre Fialho is there as well. Logan Storley at Bellator. You know, trains with the who's who. I'm going with Chandler. I think he gets this one done. And I think he knows the moments now. If Chandler loses this, he knows I'm probably going to get fed to a contender. Let's be real. I'm probably going to get fed to freaking, like, Arman Sarukian beats Demir Ismagulov. Sarukian versus me. Oh, no. Like, if Poirier wins, he can sit around and wait and argue he deserves a title shot, even though he doesn't. He doesn't at all. Depends what happens here. Depends if Chandler flying knee KOs Poirier out cold or something. Like, yeah, I'd say he deserves a title shot then, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm going Chandler. I think Chandler gets this one done. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Yeah, can't wait what happens. But I just think Chandler's just better, in my opinion. I just think Chandler's gonna be better here. And the reach is just dead even, like only 1 inch apart, basically, 1.5 inch apart. I'm taking Chandler, underdog. Yeah. Just one more thing I need to say. Chandler, the pressure's on Poirier. Because Poirier loses, I'd probably call it quits or look for McGregor one more time. But yeah, Chandler wins. Winner fights Fiziev, I guess, or something. I don't know. Peace.